Remember. All right. So what do you want to do? Do you want to like go back and redo yours, like, and take another crack at it, or what you feeling like?
No, I stand by my current one.
You stand by your
I
current
stand by
one?
my current one. I stand by
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what? I might switch. Actually, hold on.
Sure.
Let
I
me
mean,
look
you
and see.
never know off of a second little, glance at something if you're gonna change it. We can do it together and see if anything on your mind changes.
You know what? Yeah, let's do yours, and then like if you say something that might pique my thing, I'm just what you have a point there. I
All
won't say
right.
nothing.
All right. All
I'll
right.
keep mine up, and then we'll do yours.
All right. Bet. Okay. So first off is Mulan. Listen, Mulan is a classic. Mulan is definitely a classic. It is one of my favorite Disney movies. I gotta
Okay,
throw it
all
in
right,
A
okay,
tier. I gotta throw it in A
okay,
tier. S tier?
A tier.
S tier? I don't know. S tier? I don't know. It's up
Okay,
there.
I accept that.
I
I
feel like
accept
A
that.
tier is fair. If anybody got any disagreements, then look. Hey yo, I will not be quiet about your super auto pets addiction. You're scratching. Look, so bro, yesterday I was playing Halo 2, and
Oh Lord.
after it, cause I just started it. I didn't even. I went through maybe half of it, but I mean, it's a classic, bro. I had to get on that.
Right.
Um, so about halfway through, it started lagging the stream. So I was just like, yo, if it's just gonna act up, I'ma just cut it off. It got late, so I was like, shoot, what else am I gonna play? Super Auto Pets. So I ended up, like always, playing Super Auto Pets, and it's such an easy game to play, bro. It is, and yes, I'm not addicted. I can stop playing whenever I want. It's totally normal. Okay, Aladdin. Mm. OG Aladdin. We're not talking about the
OG
remakes.
Aladdin.
We talking OG
Not the Will
Aladdin.
Smith remake. No.
Sure, I believe that. um. Man. I'm trying to think, man. What it Aladdin is a good Robin Williams, man. Robin Williams. Rest in peace
I'm
to the
saying
big homie.
Robin Williams killed it in
He
that
killed
movie.
it.
Oh
I
my god, he killed
honestly,
it.
who's a better genie than that man? Um,
Nobody, like honestly.
and Jafar, he was a good antagonist. I think I'm going A tier for Aladdin. I think I'm going A tier for that, man. I mean, it
Okay.
it could be B tier. It could be B tier.
True.
I think B tier is the safer one, but I'm crazy, so I'm going A tier. A whole new
Hmm.
world? Come on, man. Come on. Who I can show you the world. Who doesn't know that jam?
I'm
Who
saying,
who
bro.
doesn't
I was
know
saying
that
it
jam?
earlier.
I mean, I'm just
People
saying.
sing it just to sing it, bro.
Like the classics, you know what I mean? Like who don't know that? I feel like I gotta give it A tier. And look, even going back to the jams, you know what I mean? I'll make a man out of you. Come on, bro, Mulan. Yo, I mean, listen.
When will my
Ooh,
reflection
oh, bro,
find
that's the
me?
whole. Oh, come on, bro.
That's
Oh,
the ooh.
that's the jams
That's the
right
jam
there.
right there.
Okay, okay. I look. Now that we went over that, I'm comfortable at A tier with both of these. But Toy Story, S tier, easy S tier. There's. I don't think you can make a case that Toy Story doesn't get S tier. Do you feel me on S tier for Toy Story?
Look, okay, I agree with people when they say they won't put that in S tier. It's just not in my S
It's not
tier.
an S tier. JC Girl says it's A tier. No,
I
what?
put my I put it in B tier for
No, my brain. I can't. No, bro, think about this. This movie literally anthropomorphized all of our toys. Tell me you didn't close your door and crack it to see if your toys started talking while you was away because of
I
Toy
did
Story.
do that. I did do it.
Tell me you didn't like treat your toys differently after thinking they were sentient because of Toy Story. I didn't. Okay, look, Jason, bro. Okay, not everybody is like you. You know what I mean? Like, you telling me you didn't? No way. Toy Story is, bro. Sid was the original bad kid. Next to that one little kid from the books. Was that David? You remember David from those little books? The little bad kid, David, who used to read them little books in elementary school?
Heck yeah.
That Sid was that he was that dude in the movie. I'm just saying, bro, I don't know, man. You are a toy. I mean, it's S tier, bro. Like I don't
Hey, yo, put it in your S tier, bro. It's
look
all good, bro.
chicken.
It's all opinions, bro. It's all opinions. It's all opinions.
I feel like
I'm watching this one though, cause like I put this in D tier.
you put this one in D tier. Okay, I gotta put Chicken Little and Don't Remember. In all fairness, because I don't remember Chicken Little. I remember when it came out, and I do know that I watched it, but I think that says a lot about the movie, though. JC Girl says D tier. Honestly, like, good morning to you, Moon. Just the fact that I didn't remember it, I feel like that speaks for the movie. It must not have been very good if I don't remember it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
Meet the Robinsons.
When I put it like never seen or don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like because like I know I've watched some of them, I can't remember it, so it's not
Right.
fair to give it a tier list. You know what I'm saying? So I just put it at the bottom, but people
Yeah.
getting really a little heated over it. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
let me explain. Let me explain.
Well, I don't want to give it a bad grade if the movie itself isn't like worth me giving it a bad grade. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's a C tier or even a B tier movie, but just because I don't remember it, maybe it's more forgettable than some of the classics that are on here. You know,
Right.
um, so I think that's got a lot to do with it. Zoro Savage, you say Chicken Little's a classic? I don't know, man. Is that I don't know. I mean, we might be from slightly different generations because my classics is a little, 90. I'm a 90s baby, so
Yeah, yeah.
you
90s
know
babies all the way.
that's how it is. Meet the Robinsons, bro. Bowler hat guy. I have a
Yo,
big head and little arms, bro. Meet I'm going to give it A tier. I feel like that's fair. I honestly loved not detailing us from our generation. I mean, think about it. Same way I think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 26. I'm gonna be 30 in a couple years. So I think it is kind of fair to acknowledge the fact that we a little older than a lot of the people, who's, running around right now. You know what I mean? We're from pretty much different generations than the 18-year-olds right now. You feel me? It's just kind of how it is. And I remember Chicken Little. Okay, okay, saying I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke. Dang. I don't remember. It was forgettable. I don't know. The Emperor's New Groove. I already told y'all that's an easy S tier. Honestly,
that's an easy S tier. Yeah.
I want to give it a God tier. Honestly, I want to make a new tier because that is, bro. The Emperor's New Groove it stands alone in how much I loved this movie.
You
Like,
know what? I'm agree with you there. I'm gonna put that in S tier. I'm gonna move Cinderella down.
you had Cinderella in S tier?
Yeah, it's cause like I watched that so much and I watched this like a lot as a kid. It just became one of my favorites.
Mm. My spinach puffs. Thank you, Ashley. Welcome. Good to see you. My spinach puffs. What is that? The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Like, bro, I, this movie right here is just. I honestly want to watch it now, just cause, like, it's
I
the best
feel you.
movie.
I
This,
feel you. Yo, the series was lit too.
yes, Emperor's New School and Crunk's New Groove. I even like Crunk's New Groove. A lot of people didn't really care for it, but I loved it. Why do we even have that lever? It
I like
is
that. Pull the lever,
it
crunk.
yes, honestly, like this and it you know what the thing is with this movie? The comedy in it still holds up. It's not like
Honestly,
old,
yeah.
stale.
The comedy is like actually like just straight good comedy. It's not like
It's yeah.
it's yeah. It's not like
This yeah.
played out or anything like that. It's actually just straight up like good, wholesome, like or
Just
just good
yes,
comedy.
solid good comedy. Like and it like you said, it is wholesome too. You know what I mean? It's got the good villain in there, but all comedy is chef's kiss, honestly. Like this I could go on all day about this movie, like because this movie has a actual special place in my heart. Now, one thing I'm noticing, bro. Now, I don't know if this movie is a Disney movie. The Iron Giant. Where the hell is that at?
Honestly, yeah, I was thinking something like yeah. I was remembering some movie. I was like, is that a Disney movie? I can't remember.
Like, let me know. Is the Iron Giant a Disney movie? If because I feel like it is, and if that goes right up here with Emperor's New Groove. Cause
Oh
you
yeah.
can't tell me that Iron Giant did not make you cry as a kid. It made me
Oh yeah.
cry.
Oh yeah. It made me waterworks, bro.
Like,
Like
bro, at the end, Superman, bro. Yo, you can't tell me that, bruh. That when I tell, look, my mom texted me. She was sick, so she was kind of laying down. It's Warner Bros. Oh, maybe we can do a Warner
Oh, Warner
Bros.
Bros.
Tier
Yeah,
list. I don't.
we can find a Warner Bros. One.
Probably could. But yeah, she texted me and she was like, "I'm actually like baby crying right now because I just watched The Iron Giant." My mom is like 49 years old, and she texts me like, "Do you guys remember when we watched this movie together?" And like, she's sitting here crying, hilarious. Pixar, Pixar, yo, that's good. Pixar is solid.
Pixar?
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm saying like
Ants is a
Pixar.
good one too.
Yeah, Pixar tier list. Holy, isn't Ants Pixar? Like Ants and
Yeah,
Bugs Life?
yeah.
Yo. Oh yeah, hell yeah, bro. That's solid.
People are getting mad at me on that one.
Oh, bro. I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? There's some classes that people gonna defend to the death of them.
Yep.
All right. So Little Mermaid. Honestly, this was a good movie, but
Yeah.
I didn't like Ariel. Um, I
Yeah.
I didn't like her as a character. I really just didn't enjoy her very much. D tier. I was going to give it a C tier.
I put
Um,
it in B tier because okay, so a lot of the reason, so a lot of mine, if you notice, a lot of them were like they have really good like soundtracks. So that's something
yeah,
that really helps a
yeah.
lot of the movies is that if it had a good soundtrack, it's automatically getting like at least an A or B tier.
That's fair. Cause the soundtrack
If
did
it's
really
just
carry a lot of
boring,
these
like
movies.
it kind of just dwindled down.
Soundtrack does it really carried these movies. Soundtrack definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hercules. I feel like since I do remember it, but the memory for Hercules is very patchy for me.
Mm-hmm.
So in all fairness, I do remember it being a better Disney movie, so I'm gonna throw it in B tier just as a safe kind of thing.
Yeah, I put Hercules B tier as well.
Okay. I like Aladdin. It's pretty. I mean, all a lot of. I wouldn't say all of these, but majority of these, like Robin Hood, these are all really. Oh my God, the Black Cauldron! No way. Okay, let me stop because I'm jumping across this list, bro. That just unlocked like a hidden memory in my brain, bro.
Bro,
Like,
I feel every time we stream, bro, something's unlocking like
bro. Listen, cause the y'all brought up like my tragic, anime villain backstory with my heart getting broken, and now I gotta unlock childhood memory from the Black Cauldron. Bro, the Black Cauldron is one of my favorites. No, okay, okay, let's go in order. Gotta stop, chill, relax.
gotta go in order, gotta go in order.
Hades, the freaking diva. Hell yeah, Hades carried that movie for real. I liked Hades. Danny DeVito's character, the what is that? That he was like a goat man.
I forgot. It's not a satyr.
Satyr. That's what. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
The movie you just said never heard of. D. Okay, you gonna throw it in D tier? Hercules. You never heard of Hercules? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Monsters Inc. Oh my God. Okay, you gotta stop, Ashley, because you're getting me too excited for the Pixar list. I forgot Monsters Inc. is Pixar. Oh my
When you said
God.
it too, I'm just like, fuck, bro.
Bro, think of all the classics that are in Pixar.
So many.
Speaking of
So many
that,
classics.
is Finding Nemo Pixar and not Disney?
I think. Wait.
Bro, don't
Let's
tell me.
see.
Don't tell me, cause it's gotta be Disney. Yes?
Yeah, it gotta be Disney, bro.
It's Pixar? Bruh.
Is Pixar for real?
No ways. Some of the greatest movies of all time are just straight up Pixar films.
I don't know. I'm saying, I was like, yo, it's Pixar. Like,
Pixar is slept on, bro, for real. Alright.
for real. I think honestly, I thought all movies when I was a kid was all Disney movies.
I mean, you might as well be. Disney is huge. Like everything had
Yeah,
Disney's attachment to it. So even now, so you would
exactly.
think that it would. I thought all Pixar movies were Disney movies as well. So that's fair. Um, From Zero to Hero is a classic. Ah, yeah, that is a classic. Hmm. You making me want to change my mind, Sangliano, because like I said, the soundtracks of these movies made them impactful to us like as kids. We walked around singing these songs. But I'm gonna leave it in B tier just because I don't remember the movie that much. So,
Yeah, I
The
put it in B
Hunchback
tier.
of Notre Dame. I have to, in all fairness, I have to put this in don't remember because this was one of my least watched Disney movies. Um,
Same. Exactly.
I remember it being one of like my sister's. favorites, but it wasn't like even in her top five. She liked it, but it wasn't even in her top five. You know, she was a huge fan of Mulan, which is why I'm more biased because I could not stop singing "I'll Make a Man Out of You," and I always wanted to try that pole thing that Mulan was climbing with the rope that she would wrap around her wrist. Y'all didn't y'all am I by myself on that? Did nobody else want to try that? Nobody else wanted to try the thing where they wrapped it around their wrist and then climbed the pole? No? Okay. I'm by myself on that one.
I was not fit enough to do that.
I mean, like, cause think about it, we was running around climbing trees as kids. So I was just like, yo, that seems like a straight up thing that I want to be able to do. Okay, all right, I'm not alone. Thank God. Thank God. I felt so alone on that moment. Tarzan. Tarzan is actually one of those movies that I feel like didn't have a bad live action remake. I feel like it did pretty well. The live action remake wasn't horrible. CGI was good. The original movie, I feel like goes in B tier. I want to give it A. I do want to give it A, but only reason why I won't is because I don't remember enough about Tarzan to put it in A. Um,
Yeah, I said the same thing for Jungle Book.
oh no, you didn't. I mean, nah, bro. I can't believe you did that. I didn't mean to get a straight up villain. I got so like villainous on him. Like, no, you did. I can't even get my voice deep enough like that.
I remember the songs, right? Like, so like I love the songs from Jungle Book, but I don't remember too much. Where I'm just like, it wasn't too impactful on me.
Okay.
So I put it in B tier because it deserves nothing less than B tier. Like,
I mean, at least you ain't put it in D tier, you know.
oh yeah, I mean, of course it's not D tier. Don't worry. Like, I won't say that. But like, I just couldn't put it in A because I didn't watch it enough.
Right. That's fair. That's honestly, you know what? That's fair. My mom would never forgive me if I put that in anything. If I put that in anything under than A, I would hear from my mom right now. She'd be calling me. You know what I mean? Like my mom was such a huge fan of Disney movies. Like she was the type of person who would watch Disney movies with us, and if other people question why she was asking it to us, be like, my kids like it, but she was really like the one who put it on. So it's like, yeah, she started the movie. So like that's literally how my mom was. But yeah, The Jungle Book is one of her favorites. She was super excited to see that the live action remake when it came out. The one that was that one had Idris Elba voicing the tiger. That was good too, by the way. Frozen. I actually went ahead and added a haven't seen tier because I saw a couple movies on here that I legitimately have not seen. I thought don't remember would be fair, but when I saw some of these more modern Disney movies, um, I wanted to go ahead and put Frozen in there. Now, this might surprise y'all because Frozen, I feel like every single person on the planet has seen. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
because people know the songs from it. I am one of the blessed and few who does not know any Frozen songs. So I'm one of the few because apparently a lot of people say that they are cursed and cannot get the song stuck out of their head. Um, which sucks. But yeah, I don't. I know that like there's one song in there that "Love is an Open Door," I think, or something like that. I know that's some of the words. I heard a clip once, but yeah. So I have not seen Frozen. Let It Go. Oh yeah, that's fair. That is one of the songs I have. I, yeah, I literally. But bro, I forgot that I heard that song. I forgot. That's crazy. British Panda. Glad to see you. Appreciate you. First time viewer. First time chat. Um, right. Oh, right. Send me over to judge my choices.
Oh man.
Nah, feel free to judge the choices. You know, I feel like Rice got. He got some. He got some anger towards him for his choices. So I feel like it's only fair that I get my fair share. Overplayed. I stand by what I say. Frozen belongs in F tier. Wow. There's some hatred. There's some. I don't even have an F tier. I didn't think I was going. I didn't think any of them were gonna go in F tier. I like Frozen. Dang, there's a couple that hate. Frozen. I mean, I guess justifiably, maybe. I don't know. Atlantis, gotta give that. I want to give it A tier, but I'm gonna throw it in B tier. I want to give it an A tier. That Atlantis is one of those movies that I want to go back and watch again because I have not watched it in probably 15 years. Um,
Damn.
so there's some memories there that I feel like will be unlocked. But I do remember Atlantis being one of the first times that I saw a black woman being portrayed in a very beautiful manner, as like one of the leads. You know, she was the one who the main character wanted to be pursued. She was a darker skinned woman. So that was one of the things that made me appreciate this is that the people were darker hued. And back then, you know, it was really hard to see positive black representation in movies and TV. So we kind of, like me and my sister and my brother and just all of us kind of liked seeing this. And this is crazy because we were only kids, but we talked about how we liked that they looked like us. Um,
That's pretty dope.
so this I want to give it A tier just because of that impact alone. You know,
Yeah.
just the fact that it's one of the first times that I got to see somebody that looked like me on the screen in a Disney movie. You know, Pocahontas was one of the ones too. Um, seeing as how my dad's side is Native American, so but
Oh, nice.
for some reason Atlantis had a mysticism to it that it was like the magical people were dark skinned people. It was that kind of thing. It made you feel special. Whereas
Yeah.
I always was aware of the real story of Pocahontas, even from a young age. You know, I knew that she was only 14, and I knew that John Smith actually sexually assaulted her and kidnapped her and all that. Like I knew the actual story when I watched the movie, so I didn't get into the fantasy that they were portraying. You know, I was rooting for the dude who was trying to kill John Smith, her brother. I can't remember his name now, but so Atlantis, I'm giving it A tier for what it means. You know, it's like if I put
Yeah.
Black Panther on here, not only would I give it S tier because it's a great movie, but because of what it meant to me and you know my family. Treasure Planet. I don't remember Treasure Planet.
Same.
Don't remember it.
I watched it, but don't remember it. And like even with Atlantis, like I know I've watched it, but like there's actually one of the movies I actually want to go back and rewatch.
Mm,
Like just cause like like that one and Treasure Planet actually like those two I've watched it, but I never watched it enough to really get into it.
right.
But I know how good it could be. But I guess I could say I was too young at the time to really just understand what was going on. So like I wouldn't mind going back to watch both of those.
Why does nobody remember Treasure Planet? I mean, I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know. I see. I think one thing you'll notice about me is that the newer the movie, the less likely it is I'll remember it. The older the movie, the more likely it is because it fit more in the movies. I'm watching these movies on VHS. You know what I mean? Like
Same.
so put that into perspective with some movies like Big Hero 6. They don't even I guarantee they don't have a VHS copy of Big Hero 6.
Oh hell no.
Like or Zootopia. Like these movies came out on Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Like so you just got to think about the perspective of some of these movies that I'm watching and that I grew up on are, you know, they came out in 1996. You feel me? So that's probably why some of these movies are easier for me to remember rather than others. Brother Bear, y'all gonna
Oh
hate
my
me.
god.
You're gonna hate me, but I don't remember it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I thought you were about to put it a low tier.
No,
Like
no, no,
you don't want
no,
to fight. But if
no.
you don't like it, that's fair. That's time. That's okay.
Yeah, like, and that's my thing is because like I remember Brother Bear and I remember people loving it, and I remember myself
Oh yeah.
thinking pretty highly of it, but I know that it was one of the movies that I only watched like once. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
that was my cousin's favorite movie, bro. He had that playing every single
Sorry.
time I came over.
I'm sorry, Sangliano. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gotta go and don't remember. I didn't put it in D tier. It's not. Don't remember doesn't stand for D tier. It's
That's what I'm saying.
it's.
People
I
say
don't
don't
remember.
remember. Like, how could you? I'm just like, wait, time out. Like, it's
Yeah.
low tier.
Read the thing. That's why it's there for. This the S to the D is truly the tier list of things that I'm ranking that I've seen. So you know that's where the value is. Things that I haven't seen or don't remember, I feel like they're in their own category of almost irrelevance. You know, like it's
Exactly.
and even irrelevant is more of a harsh tone. It's not that they
Yeah,
have no
it's very
meaning.
harsh.
Yeah, you
More
know,
like, more like, it'll be inaccurate to give it a fair
they're
grade.
perfect. That's right there. That's the best way
You
to
don't want
put
we
it.
you don't want we don't want inaccuracy in our grades.
Exactly. Uh,
That's all.
Beauty and the Beast. I am going to go. Let me think. My sister loved Beauty and the Beast. I didn't care for it though. So I'm probably gonna put it in the same area of Little Mermaid.
Yep, same.
I don't
That
think
was
it.
mine too.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's not fair to give it a D tier because I didn't dislike it. I feel like D tier is gonna be for Disney movies that I genuinely just didn't care for. Um,
Yeah,
C
same.
tier is like I'm indifferent. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. You spare us the pain. No, you sit here and you watch us and enjoy this pain. You masochist, y'all like it. I'm trying to get him to stay. Pocahontas. Um, I'm if I look at the movie objectively, it's good, but just because I don't like what they tried to do with the story of Pocahontas, I'm just gonna put it fair C tier. The movie itself,
Pocahontas was C tier.
yeah, the movie itself is probably at least B tier. But like I said, since I can't look at it like without separating the actual history, um, it clouds my judgment of me trying to actually rank this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I feel you.
it's just blocking me. I want to look at the movie, but I can't. I'm a masochist now trying.
Nah, I feel you. Honestly,
Nah.
I would have put it like just the movie itself, like in C tier, because like that's how I kind of felt for me. I was just like, well, the movie was okay.
Mhm.
Like the only reason why I would even put it in B tier is just because that one song, "Colors of the Wind."
Yes, Colors of the
That's
Wind is a
literally that song
banger.
is so
It
good.
is actually a
So
banger.
it's
Yeah.
actually just like if we're rating just songs by itself,
I
like that would
mean,
be like
that's a whole
like
tier list on its own, bro. Like that's Disney songs tier list, bro. That'd be actually tough though. That'd be way harder than this. A Disney songs tier list, that would be way harder than a Disney movie tier list. I'm telling you. We can
I'm gonna
agree on
search
that for
that
once.
one because
In fact,
I would try that.
definitely search that, bro. Like, we got all these ones. Search a Pixar one, all that. Home on the Range. My don't remember tier list is gonna be like fat because I don't remember Home on the Range. I remember when it came out.
My never seen one is gonna be fat.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, but I do remember that I was like, I'm not watching it. Like that's that's all it was. Um, Oliver and Company. Now that was good, but my memory of that's one of the older ones that I didn't watch a lot of. It's kind of like Fox and the Hound. Um, but I didn't watch Fox and the Hound that much because it made me cry. And I didn't like watching movies that made me cry.
I see. Me,
Um,
like I didn't watch Fox and the Hound because I was too busy watching All Dogs Go to Heaven.
oh yeah, that's a good movie too.
That one's so good.
Hmm. Is Balto on here?
No, I don't think so.
No, how do you? Balto is a Disney movie. Don't tell me that Balto is not a Disney movie and that movie is not at least A tier. Balto is freaking fire. I loved Balto. I'm going to put Oliver and Company in all fairness and don't remember because I feel like that's the fairest rank. I don't want to put it up in like A tier or B tier. I don't want to give it a rank without that. I feel like we need to have like a Disney movie marathon with some of these movies we don't remember.
I'll say it
Like,
we gotta
man,
watch it, see where it goes. We need to
Fantasia.
actually get you watching Brother Bear one more time.
Yeah, Brother Bear, cause like, is that now okay? Brother Bear is not the one that had Martin Lawrence as the bear, is it?
Oh, was it Martin Lawrence? I
Or
don't
because
remember.
I
That was
think it
so
was a
bad.
deer, um, deer. It was a deer. Is that Open Range or something like that? It's a deer that had Ashton Kutcher's voice, I think, and then Martin Lawrence was the bear. And I think they made two of them. Do y'all remember that one?
No, I
Hold
don't.
on, we're
No, yeah, that one was not. That one wasn't like Martin Lawrence isn't in it. I think. Let me see the second one. Nah, yeah, the second one also same.
Open Season.
Open season. Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, now that's probably not even Disney.
Yeah, I don't think open season was Disney.
Fantasia 2000, I have not seen. Don't even remember it. Like that's a movie that had, or is that 2006? It might be Fantasia 2000, so it might have came out in 2000, but I do not even remember that movie. I don't even remember it coming out. Never saw it, even back in the day. So never seen that one. I think seems stupid. I mean, Home on the Range does seem like a newer Disney movie, so it's probably more on the silly side, not really meant for us who remember these movies. Um, Black Cauldron, bro. Listen, I know I'm in the minority in this, but I'm throwing it in S tier.
That's why. Hey, it's your opinion. Obviously I never seen
Like,
it, so I can't say
oh,
nothing.
okay, you never seen Black Cauldron. Listen,
I can't say nothing.
Black Cauldron was one of those movies that was on repeat. The Princess and the Cobbler, my sweet princess Yum Yum. Listen, do y'all not remember the Princess and the Cobbler? Yo, that movie right there. Listen, all these unlocked memories, bro. These is they coming out of my brain. They firing up. My brain is just I got neurons firing from back in like 1997. You know what I mean? Like Fox and the Hound. I'm throwing it in A tier. I want to give it S tier, but I don't know if I want to give movies that really made me cry. Like it was just sad.
Felt that.
Like it was just sad. It hurt me. It hurt my heart. Like,
I mean, I can say I've never seen it, so like I don't know about the
mm,
movie.
I think it's
Like I
like,
said, I was like on repeat with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
gotcha. Zootopia, haven't seen. I hear good things about
It's good.
Zootopia.
I admit it's good. I like it.
I even
Where
like
did I put Zootopia? I put
like
Zootopia A
old
tier.
war veterans. You put A tier for Zootopia?
I put it A tier for me.
That's fair. I know a person who actually had like a legitimate crush on the fox from Zootopia. Like, as weird as it sounds, they were like they just liked his characteristics. They were like they didn't care that he was a fox. They just looked past the facts that they were a fox, and they were just like they imagined a person with his character. And I was just like, I mean, that makes sense. It's not like you're into foxes. Like they're like I'm not a furry. I just like if a person had those traits, I'd be very attracted to that person. I was like, that makes sense. That's fair. I feel like we all kind of like traits from some of these animated characters. You know what I mean? Like, tell me who didn't like how Mufasa will roll up on a scene. You know what I mean? Like people liked that about him. It wasn't that just that he was a lion. They liked that dominant fashion he came through. You know what I mean? When Mufasa came around, people listened. That's how it was. We love that.
Yeah, like that was the top dog right there. Like you, how much
Yes.
respect do you want to get?
Still sounds like a furry to me. Okay, maybe it's furry denial. I don't know.
For denial.
The Aristocats, bro. A tier. Easy A tier.
Honestly, I remember clips of it, but I can't remember the whole thing.
That's
I
fair.
know I remember the clips I did watch. I did like it.
Yeah.
I do remember liking the movie. I just don't remember the whole movie.
Yeah, Aristocats was one of those movies that I watched a lot. I remember
Yeah.
the cats they started because somebody tried to drown them. They had them all in a bag and threw them in a river and they survived. So it's like it starts off dark as hell. Like somebody literally just tried, and they were kittens. So it was a bag full of kittens that somebody tied up and threw into a river to drown them. And I'm just like, yo, this is how we jumping off. Like the drowning kittens is how we're starting this movie off. Like it's Disney movies didn't play back in the day. They could not make some of these movies. Like,
These Disney movies.
yeah.
Like,
Everybody wants to be a cat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everybody wants to be like bro, come on, bro. Listen, there's some bangers in Aristocats, man. Like
true.
hell no. Yeah, it's that's a honestly like I don't want to put it in S tier just because like S tier is it's its own thing. Like I said, the Emperor's New Groove can go in God tier. I can make a new tier for that one. But I feel like S tier's fine. Aristocats is an easy A tier. What is that? Is that something down under? Ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Great Mouse
The one
Detective.
thing I do
I haven't
like
seen it.
Aristocats is like I liked it. I mean, for the parts I love, and like just recently, I love the memes that they use because there's like this one part where there's like the most racist scene in Disney, and this how portrayed a Chinese cat.
Oh
It's like the
no,
funniest shit ever.
I don't even remember that.
I remember it. I mean, it's just so funny to me. But like I mean, I didn't really take too much offense to it. I just found it hella funny.
Okay, Nessa. I mean, it's a Monday, so it's fair. If you can't be here very long, then I appreciate you for stopping through always. Um,
Heck yeah.
yeah, it's a Monday. I mean, we normally don't stream on Mondays, but hell, I had time, he had time, so we might as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do nothing but play Apex anyway.
Facts.
Right, like my dude wanted to invite me. He's like, "Let's hit Diamond before the stream is." I'm like, "Man, we'll get it." There's like 30 days left in that thing. Sleeping Beauty, I'm giving a D tier. I never liked Sleeping Beauty.
Same. I'll put it in D tier.
I mean, like, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I don't care. Sleeping Beauty, weird.
Yeah.
It always rubbed me the wrong way. Like, it was just like the premise was weird. It was always weird. I never. Maybe I was just a weird kid, but I never really fully understood the idea of a dude walking into a forest and just kissing a woman that was supposedly sleeping.
That felt a little
Just
little
weird.
predatorial.
It just really, yeah. It seemed like that's the dude you woke up and was like, oh, that's my love. Like, no, it seems like he was into some necrophilia and he thought you was dead.
I also say
Just
it didn't rub right. Like,
girl got roofied and placed in a castle house.
Why are you in a coma in a forest, and why is this random dude just coming in?
Just kissing you.
Unconscious girl, let me go kiss it. Like,
Yeah,
how wrong that looks.
and then like I'm just saying, like it seemed just about as weird as like the girl who kissed the frog. Like she must have really been down bad if you was kissing a frog. I
Kiss the frog.
yeah, cause remember you kissed the frog and he turned into the handsome prince. Ain't that the thing? What's that movie? What's the movie where the
Frog?
nah, not Princess and the Frog. I mean, I think Princess and the Frog was like that. It was based off of like that. It was meta though. Like in the movie, they were talking about the princess who kissed the frog because the frog got turned into a prince by the frog got turned.
Oh,
The prince got turned into a frog by a witch, and in order to turn back, he had to get kissed by a girl. But it was just like the girl didn't know that he was a prince. She just kissed the frog, and he turned into a prince. She was like, "Oh, like, yeah, this is weird." Like, I don't know. Disney was weird though.
I don't know. Some of these animals in Disney have game, bro.
I mean, that's true. That he had a tongue on him, so I don't know what was going on. I'm just saying, like, might have been some crazy stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
I put the song in Rice's Discord. Which song? Which song, Ashley?
Riverbend.
Riverbend. Which song is that from?
That's from,
Oh, is that Aristocats? Oh, Pocahontas. That song. Oh, that song's called Riverbend.
oh no, Aristocats. Never mind.
Oh, is it called? Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yo,
so everybody wants to be a cat. There's a scene in there where like the show's like a really Chinese looking cat, and I'm just like, bro, what is going on?
yo, that's hilarious. I can't believe that. I mean, you know that Disney was racist though.
Oh yeah, back then Disney was hella racist.
No, like the actual dude, Disney, like Walt Disney himself, he was like a huge racist and an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
Like so, like I'm not surprised that a lot of the movies like from his company kind of put that out there. You know what I mean? Like,
A little bro, yeah, it was a little Chinese Siamese cat playing.
oh no, yeah,
Sticks.
yeah. Hold up, do you got to pull it up? Yeah, I'm watching. I see. Yeah, I see it. Oh my god, yo, no way.
What is this? I was like, yo, time out. Wait.
Hold on, let me pull it up so my stream can see it. Chinese cat from Aristocats.
Oh man.
Shungon. Wow. And not that they really like try to give him the eyes though. Yo, they gave him the hat. They really like that's crazy.
I'm saying,
And he's playing the piano with chopsticks, yo.
bro, like you could have got away with it if you just made the cat just look like that, right?
Yeah,
But then the fact that you put chopsticks in it, that's
bruh.
racist.
That's crazy. They was going wild.
I was like, what you mean by that, dog?
At least they didn't cook the cat. I mean, yeah, man, sort of. Oh.
Oh man.
Say it ain't so. Racism in Disney movies? Say it ain't so. Yeah, Snow White is on the same level of weird. I'm telling you, Snow White was a freak. Snow White was a freak, bro.
Like I watched Snow White over Sleeping Beauty though.
I would. At least it was somewhat entertaining. I just that she was a freak though. She was a freak. Robin Hood, she was definitely for the streets. She was for the dwarf streets. So they was real like small and narrow streets. You know, they fit little clown cars on them. You know what I mean? Like maybe like smart cars because the dwarves they wasn't driving very big cars, but she was for them streets. Very small. I mean, the only black princess isn't even a princess. I guess that's the fact. Isn't the princess from Princess and the Frog not actually a princess or something? Or I think she is canonically.
I don't remember it.
Isn't she? She's canonically a princess now, though, isn't she? I genuinely don't know.
I don't know. You know what? I think. Yeah, I never seen it.
Nah, I never seen it either. So, Robin Hood, I'm throwing in don't remember. It was what I had it on VHS, but I watched it like one time. And oh nah, she isn't. Dang, that sucks. Isn't a princess? No, it was a Halloween costume. That's crazy. Cause like I'm seeing her on the thumbnail for Princess and the Frog, and she's literally
Yeah,
like dressed like a princess. Like she straight up got the crown. And how the hell did they not make her a princess? That's wildin'. Um, Jungle Book. I'm going S tier, bro. I got to.
fair enough.
I gotta throw the S tier.
The
Baloo.
people who mess with Jungle Book mess with it heavy, so it's all good.
Like the bare necessities, the simple
Oh,
bare
the simple are
necessities.
so
Like,
bad.
bro,
So
I'm just saying though. Like, I feel like bare necessities should just carry that. Like, remember in bare necessities threw it from an A tier to an S tier, just because I'm just like, yo, like, and honestly,
if I counted that song only, yeah, it would jump the movie up. But like I'm trying to take the whole movie into consideration.
yeah, Jungle Book
Like
reigns
legit,
supreme.
I barely remember the movie. But I can remember like bare necessities like off the top of my head.
Yeah, like I'm telling, that's crazy how the songs from a lot of these movies stick with us, but the movies sometimes just didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of mines like have great soundtracks. Like that's why they're such high. Cause like
Gotta be.
I love music. That's why like it's just like if it has a good soundtrack, oh you know it's like I'm banging with it.
The Rescuers, I haven't seen. I have not seen.
Never seen it.
Sword in the Stone. I remember watching it, but I don't actually remember the movie. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in don't remember because I feel like it's
Same.
fairness. Snow White. I didn't like Snow White. Yeah, I'm going in the D tier.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
I
going
can
to
go
D
with that.
tier. I never liked it. I never Snow White never did anything for me. I get why a lot of people liked it. It was just never one of those movies that I watched more than a couple times, or I watched because like my sister wasn't watching it or something like that.
Okay.
But it never Fern Gully. I don't remember Fern Gully. I don't remember it.
Dead ass though. Like I thought Snow White and Sleeping Beauty was the same movie.
Word.
She
Nah.
ate the apple and then fell asleep, and then she had to
No,
drink the
no.
thing,
She got poisoned.
and then yeah, that's why I was just like I could I like yeah, but like later on I realized it's two different movies.
Yeah.
I still like it a little bit better than Sleeping Beauty, but yeah, I would have put it either C or D tier.
Yeah,
Like
like it's not. I want to throw it in C tier just because at least it was like entertaining to watch in comparison to Sleeping Beauty. But I feel like if I'm gonna put Sleeping Beauty in D tier, I gotta put Snow White in D tier.
fair.
Like they're around the same level of entertainment. They're not necessarily like, well, they are kind of on the same level of weird because Snow White was living with the dwarves. So, like, if you like, my problem is that I always examine movies too much instead of just watching them for their entertainment value. I was way too analytical as a kid, and this cursed me as an adult because I can't watch movies any like as I got older, the less enjoyment I got out of movies, you know. So like even like the John Wick movies, I love the first one, and as they proceeded to go, like by the time I got to the third one, I didn't like the third one that much because I kept watching the scenes and just questioning why the bad guys with the guns who had a clear shot on John Wick would run up to them so they can get kung fu. And like I would see it happen. Like if you see it happen twice, okay, that's fine. But if I see it happen 35 times in one scene, and then I see them standing there while a dog goes up and bites him in his balls, like I'm taking out like you're taking the realism out of the movie. It's already unrealistic because he's an assassin who's running around killing a whole army's worth of people with assault rifles. But at least make the the choreography realistic. So I'm too analytical to enjoy certain movies without examining like the thought process behind it. Be like, yo, did nobody question why she's living with seven little men? Like, why in the woods? What happened there? And why is she suicidal to the point where like, or not suicidal, but why is this person wanting to poison her so bad? I can't even remember why she wanted to poison her. Like, was there something in it for the evil chick? Was she like trying to take her princess? I don't know what's going on. I can't even remember the plot that much in the movie because she was prettier. I mean, but think about that. She finna kill her because she pretty? Like, let her go live with them old men, them old dwarves. She ain't gonna be pretty that long. She lived with seven old little men. Well, not old. They not all old, are they? They old looking. But that's crazy to me, yo. Like I don't know. That maybe the stuff made her pretty when she bit it. I'm done questioning it. 101 Dalmatians. That was actually a good movie. From what I remember. 101 Dalmatians definitely. I want to throw it in B tier because it wasn't one of my favorites, but it was one of the movies that I enjoyed watching. Hollywood Logic.
I put it in B tier too, and also Cruella de Vil scared me as a kid.
Yes, she was creepy. She didn't scare me, but she did like she didn't have to do much to let you know she was a bad guy.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like she
just her
oozed
look
it.
just kind of creeped me out. And I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, B tier.
It's crazy how old some of these are. I know, right? Like think about it. Black Cauldron, I think that came out the year I was born. Hold on, let me check. What year did the Black
Got you.
Cauldron
Black
come
Cauldron
out?
came out.
1985?
Damn.
Woo! 10 years before I was even born, and it's one of my favorites.
Shit.
Holy.
Damn.
See, now, okay, I feel like that proves my point even further. Is that a movie that came out in 1985, 10 years before I was born, is in my S tier. So if that doesn't show you that, like, where my movie watching experience as a kid was at, I was watching movies that were old for me as a kid. Does that make sense? So it's like when I was a kid, I wasn't watching the movies that other kids were watching. So I was watching kids that maybe my older brothers and sisters would have been watching as the same age as I was, and they're 8 years older than me, 7 years older than me. So that's kind of how it went with there. Wreck It Ralph, haven't seen it. I know it's a surprise.
Okay.
Might be a surprise to a lot of
It
y'all.
was. It was alright.
Was it all right?
It was alright.
Like I'm not missing much.
For me. You're not. Yeah, you're not missing much.
Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. Oh man, Winnie the Pooh
I
is.
put that and don't remember. I couldn't remember too much of it.
Mm, I gotta throw in an A tier. I don't think it deserves S tier, but Winnie the Pooh is honestly one of those timeless classics. Like it's just such a good memory. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, Christopher Robin. You know what I mean? Like he just Winnie the Pooh was just he you wanted to hug him. You wanted to hug him. I had a Winnie the Pooh bear. I had one.
Same.
And it was a piggy bank, so it served two purposes, not just being adorable, but I used to put like all my coins in it. Um, I never really understood. Like I always got uncomfortable at the name Tigger, though. I feel like that. I feel like he really. I feel like Walt Disney really just he fought for that name. He's like Tigger the Tiger. It's not racist at all.
Bro, he was pushing it a little bit.
He really. I feel like he fought for the name Tigger on Tiger. He could have given him. He could have just called him Tiger, or called him Tony. Well, no, Frosted Flakes, but called him Terry the Tiger or something.
Yeah,
Like
Terry the Tiger.
you went with Tigger.
Bro, you took
Really?
the speech impediment away from me.
I'm just saying, like, imagine somebody with a stutter or something, or just like a lisp or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, who's trying to say, my favorite character from Winnie the Pooh? Like, bro, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's the cancel right there.
it's instant cancel. Or let alone you be typing on Twitter and be like, do you remember Tigger from? You know what I mean? Like T isn't too far from N. You know what I mean? So you might get that little slip of the thumb, and you're immediately canceled. You're like delete, delete, delete. Nah, yeah, it's over for you. Your career is done. Um,
There's no coming back from that.
be careful there, sir. I'm just saying. Look, it's close. It's there. It is. So it is. Lady and the Tramp. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in probably B tier. I know that's contentious, but from what I remember of Lady and the Tramp, it was good, but I don't think it's A tier good.
Honestly, I'm with you there. I don't remember too much of it. Like I remember like very little of the movie, but I do remember liking it. So I would have definitely put it in B tier.
Yeah.
Not A tier, but yeah, I would definitely put it in B tier. But I put mine I don't remember because I don't remember like majority of the movie. If I remember
Right.
majority of the movie, then I'll grade it. But
Right.
I
Right.
remember like less than majority.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm probably like at half and half. So I'm kind of in a tough spot. Um so it's like do I want to put it in like don't remember because half of it I don't remember, or do I want to just grade it because half of it I do remember? So I think I'm just going to grade it in all fairness because it is one of those movies that I do remember to the point where I feel like I can grade it based off of the half I do remember. Cinderella, throwing it in C tier. Never cared for it.
That's fine. The
Never
reason
cared
I
for it.
put it so high was because like
Legit
like
tried to
growing
kill
up,
the
like
baby.
so like that's all we had on was Cinderella.
Oh, right, 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 right. That makes sense.
So like it was something that was engraved in me, and honestly, I liked it. It was cool. Like all the little mouse, bro. Them shits were lit.
Yeah. I just
Cinderella herself, like that
the
shit.
bibbidi bobbidi boo. I remember it, bro. Like I
Yeah,
remember I remember the joint. I had it. I listen when I tell you that I probably my sister. I legit could go to my sister's crib right now, and I guarantee you she still has the VHS like copies of all of these movies. My cousin does too. My cousin November and my sister Destiny. I've done videos with both of them, and they legit like have in the original plastic casings of the Disney movies when they released, like the ones you see when you went to the Blockbuster and all of that. And yeah, I dated myself. Blockbuster. That's how it go back like that. My mom had like hella money owed to Blockbuster before they closed down. She was like, "Thank goodness I had all them late fees. I wouldn't take. I would. We couldn't go to Blockbuster like for like 5 years before it closed because my mom had so much late fees in there because we just like we never took the movies back. We was terrible. And then they kept charging us fees because we wouldn't rewind the movies. Like nah, like we was like hell no, we done. Pinocchio, I don't remember. Bambi, gotta give it a B tier. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It has one of the saddest intros in it of I mean everybody knows the classic Bambi's mom getting killed. um
yep.
that tugged on everybody's heart, but that didn't carry the movie alone. It was a good movie though.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan, I didn't care for Peter Pan at all. D tier. I when I promise you Peter Pan did nothing for me. Like it was decent, but it just like the Lost Boys. Tinkerbell carried her part. Um, I remember who's the Captain Hook and the alligator was the funniest parts. Whenever that alligator and Captain Hook were on the screen, I was entertained. But other than that, Peter Pan, I was so uninterested in him. I didn't like the main characters in the movie. The Lost Boys was cool, but they didn't really have a lot of screen time in comparison to like the main characters in Peter Pan. So I'm throwing it in D tier. C tier might be more fair, but D
You know,
tier is
I
fair.
think I'm gonna agree with you there. You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, I'm gonna move mine down because I had it in A tier.
Oh, you had an A tier. Okay, we're on the
Yeah,
opposite ends of the spectrum on that.
yeah. But now I'm thinking about it, I probably put it in C tier.
Okay. Look, so look, and that's the thing. When we first started this tier list, like I was asking him, like, "Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and do one. Do you want to redo yours?" He's like, "Nah. If I hear some stuff that you say that I'm vibing with, then I might change it." So, have you changed two on yours?
I've changed. I changed a couple. I've changed like I think I changed. Yeah, I changed Cinderella. I changed Peter Pan.
Mm.
I made the don't remember one because I don't want people to get confused of which one I'd never seen.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um, so far, oh, and I changed Emperor's New Groove to S tier because I had a high A tier like very
Gotcha.
high, but I was like, you know what, it deserves S tier.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that I could change his mind on and nothing else but the Emperor's New Groove. Honestly, cause like
Fair.
when I tell y'all, like I'm still looking at Emperor's New Groove, like I will make a whole new tier for that movie. I swear on everything.
I'm making a tier for the whole all the episodes. Like it's all good.
Listen, cause it's one of the only like think about it. There's no other movie on here that really carried and had its own show and its own sequel. I think The Lion King didn't have its own show, but did the Lion King have its own show? Because I know it had
I don't think so.
like four movies. Because it had Lion King 1.5, and Lion King 2, and did it have a third? So it might have just been only three movies.
I think three. There's only three. I'm
So there's
pretty sure.
probably three. I know that I saw all three of them, but I know that there was a couple of them because Scar had a kid. Um,
Oh, Lion King had a show. Was it like a recent one though? Like if it's like recent, I won't
no,
watch
no,
it.
I okay. So I'm remembering correctly. They had a show then because I remember
Oh,
Scar had a kid, Simba and Nala had a kid, and
yeah.
Yeah, so it was like all of the little kids, and I remember, I remember, I think it was a show.
I thought it was the movie. Never mind.
Screen is small. Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I don't mean I'm trying to have this thing like maximized so you can see the. Oh, you're on your phone. Okay, that's right. But yeah, Dumbo. Dumbo's good,
Ah,
man.
Dumbo. I remember parts of it, and it was a good movie, but I can't remember. I can't grade it. I can't.
I'm kind of almost in the same position. I want to grade it because I remember liking Dumbo. I do, but I don't know if I remember enough to grade it fairly because I know it's one of those movies that deserves a good grade, and I don't remember enough to grade it in the at least I like if I remembered it fairly enough, it might be A tier, but I don't know if I remembered enough to put it in A tier. S
Yeah,
tier, like y'all for real. I cried so hard at them. I know.
to even give it like a possible grade, like I'd probably say as low as B tier and as high as A tier for me,
Yeah,
from what I can remember.
I feel like from what I remember, it's probably A tier, but I just don't because for all honesty, I could go back and watch and be like, yo, this is S tier. Like because it's been that long. I cried so hard at Dumbo. I mean, listen, I know because I remember my sister was crying at Dumbo too, and it's just so hard because there's so little I remember. Like this isn't even one of those movies that I feel like it's 50-50. Like it's probably like 20-80. I remember 20% and I
Same.
forget like
That's what I'm saying.
80%, you know. So I just feel like in all fairness, I can't give it the grade it deserves.
Exactly.
But don't think that be putting it I still cried the live action. Don't think that putting it in don't remember doesn't mean that I won't acknowledge that this is a good movie.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. I liked Alice in Wonderland, but the crazy part about this is that I remember the live action. The old live action, I remember just
Yeah.
as much as the old regular one. I'm going to throw it in B
Same.
tier in all fairness.
I
Just
feel that.
cuz
I feel that.
it
I would have put Alice in Wonderland in B tier for me too, but like that
see.
specific movie, like I couldn't remember too much of it. Like I remember like 50% of the movie. So if I
Mm.
want to give it to a grade, I would definitely put it in B tier.
Mhm.
Like if I really want to grade it, I would probably put it somewhere in B tier. But I said don't remember just to be
Gotcha.
fair.
Yeah, I feel like Alice in Wonderland. It's just it's one of those movies that stuck with you for whatever you remember with it. You know,
Yeah.
um, because this is definitely one of the bigger classics, like more recognizable names in Disney is Alice in Wonderland. There's so much going on as
True.
long as live action is better. Because Johnny Depp. No, there's another one that came out before the Johnny Depp one. So there's two live action remakes of Alice in Wonderland. There's one that came out in the 90s and
Mm,
it's creepy to say the least. But
it's creepy.
yeah, it's creepy because I remember she ended up eating like a cookie or something and growing really big. And she couldn't stop growing. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being Alice in Wonderland. Maybe it was some type of knockoff movie or something. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm not tripping. Yeah, Ness. Okay, yeah, Ness says that I'm right. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing it in B tier. I feel like it's the fairest grade. I could give it a C tier.
Yeah.
I
I say
think,
I say it can float around B or C. Like
yeah, it's definitely a floater in
nothing
here.
lower, nothing higher.
Yeah, it's definitely a floater in B or C, but I think for the sake of the fact, because I don't want to put Alice in Wonderland on the same tier as 101 Dalmatians, Tarzan, and Hercules. So I don't think it deserves that. Like I feel like it's around the same level of Pocahontas and Beauty and the Beast. It's one of those
Yeah,
movies
I would
that
I would have said
didn't
that
stick
too.
with me.
Yeah.
Um, Fantasia, never saw it.
Same.
Never saw it. Uh, what is that? I don't even know what that is. So I know I haven't seen that. And
Mr.
Mr.
Toad.
Toad?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Oh,
I have no idea
not
what
a
that is.
clue.
Big
Not
Hero
a clue what that
6.
is.
I'm sorry. Haven't seen it. Fantasia is a fever dream.
Very good, bro. Big Hero 6 was litty, bro.
I know that it was good. I hear nothing but good things about Big Hero 6. And isn't Big Hero 6 the one where it's got the aunt in it that everybody keeps making that Rule 34 porn of?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, okay, is there a character named Aunt Cass in Big Hero 6?
Uh, I can't
Because
remember,
this
bro.
is like something that I've been hearing about a lot. Like on people talk about it on YouTube all the time. It's a big thing. Like even Twitch people are talking about it. And I think there's a character named Aunt Cass on there. Yeah, okay, Ashley Moon says, yeah, this is literally a thing, and it's huge on Twitter, and it's like a big, huge like. And this was around the time that Zootopia came out too, because people was talking about how there were so many characters doing the Rule 34 of the furries, because furries was going crazy when Zootopia came out. Makes
Oh
sense,
my god.
obviously. You know what I mean? Like if you're a furry, Zootopia is a dream come true for you. But yeah, Big Hero 6, I remember hearing about it because first I heard about it because it was a good movie. Second, I heard about it because literally because Twitter exploded with all the Aunt Cash Rule 34, and nobody people just wouldn't stop talking about it. So that's like a thing that just sticks with me now whenever I hear Big Hero 6 because it became such a big huge thing that everybody was freaking out about. It was funny though. Uh, what is that? Fancy Free? Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Tangled? I listen. I actually
Tangled.
I love Tangled.
All right, let's go.
I
Let's go
legit
with
love
Tangled.
Tangled. Um,
Tangled's so good.
it's so funny. I want to throw it up here in A tier, but I can't. I gotta throw. It's good enough to be in A tier. It is. It is honestly good enough to be in A tier. But do I want to put it in the same company as Mulan and Meet the Robinsons? I
I would put
can't.
Pet Tangled in S tier, homie.
Did you?
Yeah, it was just so good and just
If
like
I
it was one of I would say it's one of the newer ones because like, it came out like the like 2010s, right?
be no way. Yeah, no. I think. Let me
For
see.
me, like a lot of the like some of the newer Disney movies
Mm-hmm.
aged really well to me. Like
Yes, it
some of
is.
them,
What it is. Yeah,
some of them was
2011.
a lot older too. So
2011.
like the fact that it can stick with me when I'm older, it just shows how good it is.
It is definitely one of the newer Disney movies that I really enjoyed. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's. I listen because if I leave it in A tier, man, I got Fox and the Hound in A tier. I got Mulan. I got
Yes,
Aladdin. I got Meet the Robinsons in A tier. I got Aristocats in A tier. It.
bro. Prince of Persia was crap. What the fuck?
No way. No.
No,
No.
she was shitting on me the entire time on my whole tier list. She was like,
No.
Tangled is
You
crap.
think Tangled is crap saying? No. No. Now I'm questioning your taste because I could take the hate you dished out to me for some of my decisions on here. They're well deserved. I understand them. They're
Right?
contentious. But
I
Tangled
understand.
is honestly it's a good movie. Like out of some of the newer Disney movies, it stands alone in how much I enjoyed it.
Exactly. That's why if you count just the newer ones, it beats a lot of the newer ones.
Like I feel like if I had saw Big Hero 6, Tangled and Big Hero 6 would probably be in the same tier because I recognize that Big Hero 6 is one of those movies that legitimately across the board I haven't heard a negative thing about.
Right.
Like no matter who like talks about it and the different tastes they have, I've never heard anybody say Big Hero 6 is bad. So I feel like I would probably like it around the same.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, I just the Tangled. Honestly, if I'm leaving you in A tier, you're in some good company. You got Winnie the Pooh, Aristocats, Fox and the Hound, Meet the Robinsons, Atlantis.
Just say lower A tier. Lower A
I
tier.
got it. I like it. Lower A tier is what it is. Like it's definitely that's why it's on the end. It's because it is on the lowest part of the A tier.
Yep.
But I don't believe that it deserves to be in B tier because I
Exactly.
definitely did enjoy it more than I would say I enjoyed Bambi and Lady and the Tramp and 101 Dalmatians and even Tarzan,
Yep.
and probably as much as I enjoyed Hercules. Bolt A, Lilo and Stitch and Moana S. Okay. Deserves to be lower. No, it doesn't. It does not.
No.
Princess and the
Never said
Frog.
that. No.
I haven't seen it. I know that sucks because it is one of the movies that I feel like a lot of people really loved. But it's one of those movies that I never got roped into watching. Like even when my nieces was
Right.
over, like I never. It wasn't one of those movies that I was gonna go out of my way to watch. So that's how
Same.
most movies that I watch, I have to go out of my way to watch them. Because I don't have a lot of people who are kind of, oh, watch this movie with me, or you got to watch this movie because your niece is here, or you. Some people got kids, so they end up watching these movies. The Princess and the Frog, I never went out of my way to watch it with like most new Disney movies. So it's a tough one. It's one of those movies that I do feel bad about not seeing though.
Yeah.
The Lion King, easy S tier. Like, I mean,
Yep.
it's self-explanatory. It's The Lion King. If anybody makes a Disney movie tier list and Lion King is not in S tier, question their sanity. Call the police. They
Okay.
might be getting held hostage. Rice, did you not have Lion King in S tier?
Look, I'll put it to
he
highest S tier.
didn't. He didn't have it in S tier.
Look. Okay. Let me explain this. It was a
Oh
really good
God.
movie. I really enjoyed it. It just didn't stick to me when I was younger. That's it.
Run, run
That's what
away
I'm
and
saying.
never
I
return.
watched. I watched it a lot too. I watched it a lot too. Like that's why I said it's definitely high A tier for me.
Long live the
Say Much as
king,
much as
bro.
Lord, I love it.
Bro,
Mulan
you
is
telling
still
me,
the same
bro?
S tier.
I'm just, oh look, bro. You telling me when Simba wasn't trying to wake up Mufasa? It's Mufasa. You
Bro,
telling me why he wasn't like dad, dad, and you wasn't sitting there like, yo, Mufasa didn't die, bro. Get up, Mufasa. Like I felt like my dad fell off the cliff, and I was trying to wake him up.
I'll listen to the
I'm
crowd.
surrounded by idiots. No, you're surrounded by geniuses, Ashley. You're surrounded by geniuses.
I'll put it to S tier.
Look, don't let me bully you in the S tier. Leave it in A tier. I'm just hurt.
Oh God.
Cause I know you was getting it from your chat, and you don't need to get it from me too. But like, it's the Lion King, bro. Like
No, because that's what for me.
that's what Scar says. I know.
For me,
Yeah.
it floats S tier to A
Oh
tier for me.
no! Look, I didn't realize that she was saying the Scar line. I'm surrounded by idiots, but I only didn't think that because y'all been giving us like y'all been coming at us, and I feel personally violated a little bit because of how y'all been coming at us off of our tier list. So I didn't notice that you was giving me a Scar line. No, bully him. He deserves it.
The reason why I also graded it a little lower is because I combined all three movies.
Well, I
So
mean,
I graded it based on the whole trilogy.
mm-hmm.
So
Right.
that's why I gave it because I love the first one, but the other
Right.
two I don't like.
Okay, well, if you are, what else are we supposed to be nice? I mean, try it. I don't know. It might work for you. You might like it. If I did grade it off of the full trilogy, I would go A tier. But
See?
like no, like cuz that's the thing. The sequels. Oh, hey, thanks again, Jason Girl, for giving Nessa the gifted stub. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Um Yeah, but like, so if I'm just looking at, because I don't think based off of the thumbnail I'm looking at, it doesn't. It's just the Lion King. It's the original. So it doesn't seem to be like the trilogy or the Lion King 1.5 or anything like that. So I'm rating it on a solo. If I'm looking at just Lion King 1, there's no way on God's green earth that I don't give it an S tier. It's up there
Yeah.
like with New Groove on how it could honestly have its own tier. Him and when Simba and Scar was fighting at the end and they was throwing blows like that, like how intense that was. He threw the dust in his eyes and Scar ends up getting eaten alive by his own hyenas. Like that's wacky. Which is crazy because I was watching nature documentaries as a kid, so I knew that that's how hyenas get down. If they catch a rogue lion who gets shunned from his pride and he's wounded, they will eat that dude. They will. I seen it. I was a weird little kid. I was like 8, 9 years old watching nature documentaries where like stuff was just getting ate on a regular. They don't put that on nature documentaries as much because I guess it's like too graphic to actually see nature take place. So something eating another thing, they don't put it out there as much. But back in the day, they didn't care. They would show you the thing getting ate. Like they would show it. So I like when I seen that, I like the accuracy and how they shunned him from the pride because that's actually what happens. And then when it happened to Scar, he was rolling with hyenas anyway. So they was just like, oh yeah, nah, like you said we was gonna be well fed. We are, my homie. Yeah, so come over here. You looking mighty tasty. You know what I mean? Like that there's not and then bro, Akuna Matata, do you really think that you can put Akuna
Oh,
Matata in anything under than S tier?
S tier, bro. That's double S tier. If we're going songs only, double S tier.
Bro, I mean, just like if the bare necessities puts the Jungle Book in S tier, Akuna Matata puts the Lion King that's already in S tier in the God tier. Like it's
Exactly.
Akuna Matata. Like how do you not?
Yes.
It's
You sing that song just to sing it, bro. Like that's how good that song is.
Everybody knew Hakuna Matata. It just like my mom still says it to this day because Lion King stuck with her that long. You know what I mean? So it's just like, bro, this the Lion King founded a generation. I feel like this is the movie that we all collectively watched as a generation. Millennials and what is that? Gen X or Gen Z alike? I can't remember which one came after millennials. I don't know if it's Gen X or Gen Z. Probably Gen X, right? Something like that. But yeah, we all collectively knew the Lion King. This is our generation's movie. It's an easy S tier. I feel like it's up there with Emperor's New Groove with deserving its own tier, standing alone project. My aunt named her dog Hakuna because of the song. I mean, I rock with that heavy. Bolt. I liked Bolt. I really enjoyed it. I like Bolt because I still have a white German Shepherd, and she was a puppy at the time that Bolt came out. So I was going to name her Bolt, but we kind of decided against it because we knew that she wasn't going to be that size forever because she's massive now. Um,
Oh shit.
yeah, like so she's like actually huge. You know what I mean? Like she can put her paws on my shoulders. She's actually enormous. She's
Damn.
she's huge. So naming her Bolt, like people would look at her and be like, "She a little too big to be named Bolt. You need to call her Lightning or something like that. Call her Thunder. Call her Oof. Like she's huge. You can't call her something. Name her something bigger than Bolt. She's that lug nut, a wrench. You know what I mean? She's something. So I'm giving Bolt. Man, I did like Bolt. If I'm gonna give Tangled, if I'm gonna get Tangled, I can't. Man, I feel like Bolt and Tangled.
Well, A tier.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that because Meet the Robinsons, Entangled, and Bolt. There's some of the newer movies that I
Yeah.
think I enjoyed. Bolt, B tier, A tier, B tier, A tier. Where am I putting Bolt? I know Nessa said that Bolt is A tier. Nessa says Bolt is A tier. I like Bolt, man. It's a cute little dog too.
Exactly. A tier. It's good.
But I'm just looking at its company, man. I'm looking at the company of classics. You got Robin Williams, Aladdin, and Mulan, and Atlantis, and Fox and the Hound, and Aristocats, and it's just like y'all in some legendary company, Bolt. You
I'm
like
saying lower A tier. Lower A
lower
tier.
A tier. Okay, that's fine. That is fine.
That's fine.
That's why they're on the
That's
end.
fine.
That's why they're on the end. If I can say lower A tier,
Then.
lower A tier. That's one of these Tangled. I feel like I wouldn't have to explain. Well, I probably would have to explain based off the chat. I'll have to explain that one why it's an A tier. But Tangled and Bolt are probably the two that people would question in my A tier. Other than that, I don't think I'd get too many questions. Maybe from Meet the Robinsons, but nah. Like I think that this is fair. I'll leave it in A tier. Bolt, you lucky. You're lucky that Rice is here because he spoke for you because you you advocated for Bolt. Just like I advocated for the Lion King and got that changed, he put you in A tier because you was sitting right in B tier. You was going. You lucky. I'm looking at you.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this one for the entire time. Because
Lilo and Stitch.
how you feel about Emperor's New Groove, which I also genuinely love and have in S tier, is how I felt about Lilo and Stitch.
Honestly, I mean like
God tier.
I feel like Lilo and Stitch the movie and the show. If you weigh them both together, I love the show and I love the movie. Um,
Mhm.
but if I don't give The Emperor's New Groove and Lion King and The Black Cauldron its own tier, I gotta throw it in A tier. It's
Think about it like this, right? How good of the movie had to be for it to have a series?
that's
What other
fair.
show,
That's fair.
what other movie did that? Emperor's New
Emperor's New
Groove.
Groove and The Lion King.
Exactly. That's how
That's
it's coded.
and the movie was really good, and I love the aliens. I love the designs. But
Exactly.
I know,
The series actually killed it.
listen, I know that from a personal standpoint, I cannot say that the Emperor's New Groove and Lilo and Stitch are on equal footing. That's the way I'm looking at it. That's what I'm look. I'm just I'm logging off. You put it in A. Look, we're debating it right now. We're debating it. We're debating it. Look, Nessa is going hard right now. She's like S. JCM girls like S. Like there's two S's straight off the back.
S.
But I'm just look. So I'm just trying to put it on the perspective of did I like Lilo and Stitch as much as I like the Lion King? Even Ashley Moon is like S in the Emperor's New Groove and Toy Story. And I did not like Lilo and Stitch the same way I liked these movies in my S tier. I feel like objectively it is probably an S tier. But for my personal list, I can't put it in S tier alongside the company that it's in. And it hurts, y'all. It hurts. I know Nessa's gonna log off on me. she
Like how we had Akuna Matata, bro. The iconic saying, "Ohana means family." Another
It does.
iconic saying,
But
bro.
listen, okay, so this is the crazy part is that I remember the song from Moana more than I remember the one from Lilo and Stitch. This hurts to say. What can I say except you're welcome?
Yo, Dwayne Johnson
Like
on that song was litty, bro.
he bro, my dude killed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, like Lilo and Stitch didn't have too much of a soundtrack. It was just a straight
it didn't.
movie.
It was a straight up movie, which that's the thing is like so the unfortunate part is that it doesn't have that soundtrack to push it to the next level. You know what I mean? Like
Need it.
it doesn't need it. You're actually right. This is abuse. Look, I mean this is intense debate. We're going like he's fighting. Look,
Bro,
honestly,
that's
right? Rice is fighting for y'all right now, chat. Like he is going to bat for y'all, and I respect it because he's not letting me take this line down. Like, and I'm trying to give him whatever I can. Moana is S now, same threat. Oh no. And but look, I was going to give Moana an A tier in all fairness because I put Lilo and Stitch in A tier, and I really enjoy Moana. I really enjoy Moana. Look, I need water, y'all. Y'all making me. Look, now I know how you felt. The intensity is this. I'm nervous.
it's high, isn't it?
That's racist. Dang, y'all. Look, okay. I'm throwing Moana in the same tier that I'm throwing Lilo and Stitch. And look, I love Moana. I love the musical numbers. The animation was honestly top notch in Moana. Moana has some of the best animation I've seen in almost any Disney movie. Um, but I do want to say that the protagonist character, I didn't like her as much as I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think that kind of humanized them because they weren't likable to the point where they weren't realistic. Like she was realistic, she was on a mission and she was going to do that. And the demigod, he was cocky as he should have been. He's a demigod and he's buff and he looks good and he's got all these legends behind him. So and people adore him. So like they humanized them really well in that movie, and it sucks because I really do like Lilo and Stitch. This is a tough list, y'all. You're done. Take this back. No, Nessa, don't do me like that. No, like this
Moana,
is
I
tough.
agree with you because Moana, I also have it in A. I agree
Okay,
with you there.
okay.
For
So
me, the most hurtful ones were
Lilo and
Stitch and
Stitch.
Mulan, bro, because those two were my S tiers.
Listen, Mulan is one of the ones that I'm still kind of hurt about because I could honestly move Mulan in S tier, and I'm comfortable with that. I actually am comfortable with Mulan in S tier. I'm glad that you said that because, ooh, Transformers movie design tier list? Hell yeah, Zoro Savage. What a good idea. I love Transformers. We've talked about that
I
before.
love Transformers.
Now, should I do movie design tier list or should I just do like my favorite Transformers? Because I could do either one. Like their design would go into their ranking. I love
True.
the design of many of the Transformers. Megatron's design for the first movie, how he had like silver but gold underneath it, was so dope. Like he was
Yeah,
so
that was
beastie
actually pretty
looking.
clean.
And Optimus Prime had what two different variations in the movies, and I think they were both like S tier animations.
I like the original, like the first like one or two,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
small buff ones.
Oh yeah,
Those were
yeah,
fire.
the one that he with his flight tech, the one with flight tech was actually
Yeah.
like that was sweet. Um, but you know what? So what other differences do we have in our tier list right now that you feel like really don't sit well with you or that you're okay with? Like what differences are big in our tier list?
Honestly, the biggest one is Lilo and Stitch, bro.
Lilo and Stitch.
Everything else, that's fair. You good with that? But
Okay.
Lilo and Stitch, bro, that hurts.
That one hurts. I look, and you know what? it probably hurts the same way that when you said you had Lion King in A tier. Like that's,
But
but you
you won me
changed it.
over.
I did. I won you over. I did change that. But I feel like if I threw it in, if I threw Lilo and Stitch in A tier, it wouldn't be genuine.
That's
It
fine.
wouldn't be genuine.
I want the genuineness.
Yeah, like it's.
I'll take the A tier. Wait, can you move it away from the bottom at least?
Look, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll put it over here. I'll put it right here, in front of Atlantis. Like, so that'll tell you.
I'll take that.
Like, I explained why I like Atlantis. I'll put it up there in high A tier because honestly, it deserves that. You know what, Lilo and Stitch, you can go in front of me. No, you can't go in front of Meet the Robinsons. You can't. I love Meet the Robinsons. Matter of fact, here we'll do like this. Bam, right there, right there. That's what we doing. So it's right there on the cusp of S
I will
tier.
take that. I will take that.
Like this is because in all fairness, Lilo and Stitch is like a god tier movie. It is. I
Mm-hmm.
hate the fact that I have to put it in A tier, but it's just because of who it shares S tier with. These movies up here in S tier, like I can watch. I'm 26 and I can go back and watch every single one of these, and I will sit through it with a bag of popcorn and love every second. Like
Yep. I feel that.
it's just man, Stitch gangster. Stitch is a thug for real. Stitch is really a thug. Yeah, you love you some Stitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tier list and I'm honestly satisfied with where we're at. I don't like the fact that I have so many haven't seens though. Like I feel like there's a lot of haven't
There's a
seens.
lot.
A lot of haven't seens. Um Disney movie tier list. Dang, did it take us an hour to do that?
Yep.
It took us an hour to, it took us a whole hour to do that one tier list. But you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm honestly cool
Yeah,
with
I'm
it.
cool with it. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so what other tier list did we want to look at? I know that we had Pixar movies.